So you've been on YouTube lately and you've decided that you want to get into the whole overlanding thing, but you're sensible and you want to buy a Toyota. Well, you might consider a Lexus instead of a Toyota. In today's video, I'm going to tell you why I bought my Lexus GX470 instead of a 4Runner and why you should too. To make it a little bit easier to follow along in this video, I'm going to break it up into 4 separate categories: exterior styling, the interior of the vehicle, drivetrain, and cost. So to start, and I understand this is entirely subjective, but I absolutely love the way the GX470 looks. The flared fenders that it has, especially this rear quarter shot, I think it's a wonderful looking SUV, and it encapsulates the styling from the early to mid 2000s that I really personally enjoy. Most 4Runners don't have the same look in my opinion, and I think this is just a fantastic looking SUV. So the GX470 is only available with leather interiors, as all Lexuses are. That is a kind of a big deal, as finding a Toyota 4Runner or Tacoma or really any Toyota with a leather interior can prove to be difficult. Typically only the higher trim levels are available with it. So that was a really big selling point for me in choosing a Lexus over a Toyota. The interior does have a lot of the wood grain, which I know some people really don't like. I actually think it's kind of fitting for a luxury car from this period. I like it because of that, but I totally understand why some people don't. So because it's a Lexus and classified as a luxury vehicle, you get some really cool features. You get stuff like a auto presenting steering wheel. You get heated seats from the factory. It actually comes with air suspension in the rear, which is adjustable. You have a little panel here where you can adjust how firm you want it and the ride height. You get memory seating positions. These are all things that can be had in some Toyotas, but like I said, you really got to find those top trim levels to get it. Not all 4Runners come with a third row. The GX470 does come standard with it. Mine doesn't have it in right now, but I do have the third row seats. That is definitely a consideration for people that have kids that want to use this as more than just an off-roader. You can fit up to, I believe, 8 people in this car with a third row in. So the drivetrain in the Lexus GX470 is one of the main reasons why I considered it in the first place. The 4.7 liter V8 that comes standard in this is a wonderful motor made by Lexus Toyota. It's one of the most reliable motors that they've ever made. The Toyota 4Runner almost exclusively comes with a V6. That V6 can be known to be underpowered, although reliable, also doesn't get great fuel economy. The V8 gets very comparable fuel economy to it, but you get a whole lot more power and you still get that wonderful Toyota reliability. Another really cool feature that is standard in all Lexus GX470s is your center locking differential. They all come with center locking diffs, which is great. They are actually all full-time all-wheel drive, but you do have the option between high and low range. So you might be saying, Austin, the 4Runner also comes in 4-wheel drive. It does, but it is standard as a rear-wheel drive platform. GX470, like I said, is only available in that all-wheel drive configuration. And the 4Runner, I believe, can be optioned with both a center and a rear locking diff, so it does have that on the GX470, but it is harder to find. I believe you have to be in the TRD Off-Road or the TRD Pro trims to see those as standard. So now for the elephant in the room, cost. So for context, I picked up my 2007 GX470 for about $13,000. They can be found under $15,000 very easily. Now if you compare it to a newer, more modern 5th gen 4Runner, so that's the most recent version that has come out, you'll be spending typically at least double to get a comparable 4Runner with locking center, rear differential, 4-wheel drive, and leather. If you're comparing it to the 4th gen 4Runner, which is made in the same year run as this, that early to mid thousands, those can be had with a V8. They can have leather and they can have 4-wheel drive. They're just very difficult to find. I like to think of the Lexus GX470 as an out-of-the-box, really well-spec'd 4Runner. That being said, I definitely understand the folks that either need a pickup truck so they'll buy a Tacoma, or they maybe don't have the $13,000 to $15,000 to spend on a nicely sorted GX470. I think the 3rd gen 4Runner is actually a wonderful option for those that are looking for something that's a little bit more affordable to get into, but is still very capable and has the Toyota reliability. Jordan would probably chime in at this time and say that you could get a LJ Jeep for around the same cost as this, or a TJ for around the same cost as the 3rd gen 4Runner, but I'm very curious to hear in the comments what your thoughts are as far as what a better overlanding or off-roading choice would be, either a Toyota 4Runner Lexus GX or a Jeep. Let us know if you've made it this far in the video. We really appreciate you watching. Definitely leave a like and a comment, subscribe if you aren't already. Like I've said before, we are very early on in this channel, and momentum at this point is super, super important. So we really appreciate your support. Like I said, my name is Austin. This is Roads Optional. We'll see you in the next one. Are you filming?
Yes.
Okay. Let me set the stage. No, that's a dumb way to start the video.
Yikes.
So I picked up my Lexus for about $13,000. And the V8 within the 4th gen configuration. Restart it.